Today I want to talk about the maximum immersion you can get from video games. And it's not about the story, it's not about the graphics. It's actually the complete edition and the deluxe editions that you can buy, which combines all the bug fixes that they've fixed up since release, and also combines any add-ons, whether it's cosmetic or side stories that they've added. And that's the real experience. That's the full vision that they had for the game. But it didn't come out like that because they rushed it, and most of the time it comes out really buggy. And it sucks because we pay full price for that. And ever since, I don't know, 2009 was like the Renaissance era of video games, and since maybe Modern Warfare 2, I haven't really got anything new for full price. And I had a PS3 for the longest time until 2020 is when I got the PS4. And so ever since then, I had a delayed gratification of getting new games. But the cool part about that is that the games that I wanted that came out years ago, they were at a very cheap price for those complete editions or deluxe editions. So I was able to pay for a cheaper price than what most people did for the actual full experience that it was meant to be all along. And if you think of games back in the day, like Prototype or some of the Assassin's Creeds, they came out the way they were meant to be. Or like Burnout Paradise. It was just, they made it, and if anything sucked with it, everyone had to experience that, and they couldn't do anything about it. But ever since they were able to fix the problems through, I don't know how to do it, through fucking Wi-Fi.
Oh gods, where are they taking us? I don't know where we're going.
Then they just now know they can fix it later. But it's unfair. And what we need to remember is that this is just entertainment. It's just an entertainment / distraction. So, if anything, you shouldn't be paying these full prices. Now, that's a hot topic because some would argue they want to support the developers or the creators or directors of these games and show them that they want more of this. But that makes sense when people make the product from love, from a place of, they care for it, of detail. But when it's made for profit, and we know the difference, when it's made for profit, you need to just treat it at, a low value. So you should wait until these things come out with all the bugs fixed. If there's any DLCs or other envisions that didn't get pushed in before, wait. They will get installed into it, and then eventually there'll be a bundle where you can get everything all at once for like $6, under $10. It's really up to you how long you can wait. And what that's called is delayed gratification. It's a good trait to practice, and it helps you from impulse buying. So that can help you from other aspects too, like from Amazon or other online buying. It's, you want this, but it's a want. It's not a need. So that goes back to, this is just entertainment. So it's not like it's your, it's not a high priority. Like your work is priority, your family, your relationships, your wealth, your happiness. And this could be considered part of happiness too, is some entertainment. And you work, 10, 12-hour work days. You come back home and you just want to chill before you go to bed, play some games. But that's just it. Like, it could be a book, it could be a podcast, or you could just literally just go to sleep and get some rest. So these video games, although I love them and I've been playing them since, I think my very first console that I personally owned was a PS3. I had friends that had GameCubes and the PS1s and 2s, but my personal first one was the PS3. And so I've been playing ever since, but these these are just honestly just distractions. And so I don't pay those $60 prices or those higher tier ones for like I've seen them go for like $100 for these Assassin's Creed or Call of Duty ones. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And I hope that by now, through the past years, of the quality that gets produced, that you know better. You know better that it's not going to be what you think. It's not going to be what they promise. And it's just going to take time for them to tweak and fix, tighten the screws, cross the T's, dot the I's, to make it what they actually wanted it to be. And only at that point, you can actually see, you should reevaluate at that point. Okay, is this the product that I was expecting all along? Do I like this? Was it worth my time? Because you're not just paying with money to get this product, you're also paying with your time, your attention, and your energy. It takes energy to do anything, and your time, and it takes your attention away from other things of your life that you could be doing. This is a hobby, but so is playing guitar, so is playing a keyboard, so is learning, something different, like cybersecurity or hacking, or I don't know, going to the gym. So, or surfing, biking, hiking, archery, guns. These are all different hobbies. And this is one that doesn't multiply into different skills, I would say, that can translate into money. The only way you could offset it is by having a stream or by posting something. And you can talk about life, you can talk about whatever, but it's just a thought I had, that I've been having for quite some time. And I feel like it's not talked a lot too much on YouTube. I've seen a lot of creators talk about how you don't actually own these games because they're in a digital realm. If anything happens to this service, or if shit hits the fan, or, the government turns off the internet, you don't own these. It could be gone. It could be taken away. Something could get hacked, and then you cannot get this service anymore. But if you buy the physical disc, you now have a certain commitment and ownership of this, where you can now just put it into the console, and it's yours to play. And there's something pretty cool about that. I have a few of those myself, but not very many, especially not like how I used to. Most of my stuff is through these services. So it's just something to think about, that it's the full immersion of a game. These days, I would argue it's not just the story, the graphics, or the HUD, the minimal HUDs, but it's also the true vision that the developer and the creators, the artists had for that game. It's going to include the DLCs, all the cosmetics, all the little bugs and tweaks will be completely gone. It'll be a smooth running, entertainment game. And that's when you get the full experience. When you buy a brand new game that you had never even played before, but you knew that you were really interested, you want to try it out, you can't be spending a lot of money trying out games. $60 per game, that adds up really quick. And it's a better idea to just wait and wait and wait. I think the last game I bought that was over $10 was the Jedi Fallen Order. It was like 40 something bucks for the director's cut or some shit. So it's yeah, it's a different perspective that I don't hear on YouTube, but it should be considered because your time has been traded for money, and you're exchanging those dollars for these games. So it should be the highest return for your time, and in my opinion, the highest return would be the maximum, ROI on this. which would include all the fixing of the bugs. It would include all the DLCs and some cosmetics that, come with it or whatever. And at that point, I can justify it, especially for sure if it's under $10. Like if you shop during the holidays or, Black Friday or Cyber Monday, you can get some dope deals. And so that's what I would kind of go for. So think about that. If I always search the sales where I look up games I want, and then I just eyeball them. Like once a week or whenever I care to remember, I'll go on my phone, go to the store, and I'll look at it. I'm like, how much is this game right now? And if it comes with everything and it's a low price, like for sure I'm going to get that. But you'll never, with this mentality, you won't always have the newest thing. You won't be swayed or compelled to buy the newest thing because you're always on the lookout for the highest ROI on your money. So just think about that and have a good day.